Oh, welcome back everyone. All ready to go. I'm going to do some more painting. I have been slowly working on this one. I'm going to do this area here, which is might be just out of your view, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it is a little. Let's see if I can adjust this camera a little bit. About there might be better. It's gonna keep falling. Okay, there we go. Let's try that. Okay. All right, let's try that, baby. Let's just zoom in there and let's make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Hi Suzanne, how you going? Back again. Oh, did you? Went to the end of this morning's video. Okay. My goodness, you will sleep well tonight. Yeah, it does. It looks good that side of the Tasman. That's good to see. All right. So this is using the Lumiere Paints. They are a Jacquard paint. These are metallic acrylics, and they have a pearlescent look to them. And at the moment I'm using this colour, which is called magenta, pearlescent magenta, which you can see it's much lighter than the colour in the bottle, so you've got to remember that they always dry lighter. I tend to work out of the lid of my, getting a lot of work done, not, yeah, I bet, me either. So tend to work straight out of the lid and applying it straight onto the fabric with a damp brush. Now those who've been back and forth and seen me do this, we're going to hear me repeating myself quite often. You can call me a recidivist if you like. Hi Beverly, how you going? And so I'm just slowly but surely painting each part. I got those 3 done last time, so I'm hoping I get this one done, and I've left the round circles for another colour, and then I've got the outside single line border. Now originally this is from a pre-printed pack. I think they were $15. Some were $12, but I think those, I couldn't get any more of the $12 ones. They are no longer in stock. Anyway, I can't remember. They had them on sale at one point. That's how I got them a little bit cheaper, but I know that they're 15 all the same now. But there's another one that I want to show you, a couple, and they won't be for the faint-hearted. Those who would like to do a whole quilt could quite easily do it. Yeah, do you actually paint the stitching line too? The stitching line, no, I go up to, almost up to the stitching line. I don't paint it as such unless it's inside my stitch. So the, you know, like the line that they've drawn. If it's under the paint, doesn't matter, it's gone. It will wash out. This is like a chalk paint they've used, or some sort of chalk thing that they've used to get it on here, but it does wash out. It is nice to get a second layer. I mean, if you wanted to do a second layer, you could, but not always necessary, depending on the paint. These are pretty good, these paints. They tend to create a good coverage. These little tubs that I'm using are $9.95 each. I do have quite a few of them in stock, or say quite a few, a couple of each type. They're almost sold out, but I do have the little kits, so I can show you them later. If you do hit your stitch line, don't sort of stress about it, just, you know, keep going. Yeah, in the whole scheme of things, no one's going to see it. And for Michelle asking me that question, I've stitched this first and then I'm painting, and what it does is it makes me really a lot more anally retentive about going up to the line rather than on the line, which means I have to be a little bit more careful, which is good because I tend not to go outside the lines. When I have no stitch there, I sort of think, she'll be right. It'll be fine. I'll just stitch over that, you know. So this sort of makes me a bit honest. It makes me just go up to that stitch line. Any questions at all at the moment? I do tend to move it around just to make sure I'm looking from a different angle so I can get all the little spots just in case I've missed some. Bang crash. So at the moment I have my sewing machine, and that's the old girl, my 8900, did you know me? I have her in the car. She's going to do some stitching for me this weekend. No idea what else I'm taking. I know I need to take stuff. I'm probably going to sleep. No, there'd be no point me going there if I'm going to sleep the whole time. And yeah, what else? About it at the moment. I've still got to figure out what I'm going to take, but I'll be able to, hopefully I'll be able to say, yeah, I finished some projects, got it in between these ones. So if we get some time at the end of this video to show you some of those packs, I will. If not, it'll be tomorrow or Sunday. And poor Dottie, her back's not right, so the poor love, I've just said to her, both her and Mary, they're tired, so I'm going to give them the week off next week. So just me doing all the orders and invoicing. So unless Mum comes up on the Tuesday, she might give me a hand. Unless she's too tired, then she can stay home. So that's about it, really. There's not really much else going on other than this at the moment. Building, of course, you know that already. Extending the room. You can see a hair on there. So is the video clear, or is it really quite, you know, what's it, Amy? Grainy. Hi Stella, how you going? Yes, everyone's sitting quietly watching. So if I get this, oh good, okay, good. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking forward to going to retreat the Savo. I get to meet Margaret Johnson, and which will be lovely because she's coming along. And yeah, there's some more building going on, grinding. Now, the brush is getting a little bit claggy. Yeah, chainsaws too. Michelle, do you have the needle threader still? Is that the, which one's that, Beverly? Is that the little mechanical one that you push down and it's got two ends to a little brown one? I've got those. Is that what you're after? Would come and help, only I live, yeah, you live a long way away. Moved away, yeah, you did. Whereabouts are you now, Rado? I've forgotten. I don't keep the addresses in my head as a general rule. You'll say it and I'll go, oh yeah, that's right. I know that. So next year, in May. No, Rado's got no love today. In May next year, because we've had Helen Godden's class move, actually everyone did the panic thing and cancelled and stuff, and I've had to give a whole heap of refunds out as well this week on top of everything else. So which is fine, but we've got some places available now. So the dates I think I put up the other day, and they're also on my website. So if you went to michellespatchwork.com and went into workshop, or I think it's events or that sort of thing, anyway, have a bit of a search, you'll find it. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll send you a link. But I did send an email out, so if you're on the email list you would have got that. What else? And I've got a Monday, Tuesday where they're 3-day classes for $240, which I think is bloody brilliant. And Helen is coming all the way from Canberra, and I'm sure we'll be fine by May next year. We bloody better be. I'll be writing letters. Be suing. Yeah, so we're going to move it to May. I think we're going to be pretty right then. And hopefully by then my room is extended, which means we'll have a super duper big room to work in, which will be lovely. And yeah, and you can get to meet Helen, and well, obviously I'll be there. Come and see me. You can stay in Ballarat. If you've got a caravan, you could always park it up here. We've got plenty of room if you've got a caravan. You want to bring the hubby, and he can go off and do stuff around Ballarat in the area through the day. And I thought it'd be nice if I have love for everyone, but autocorrect. William, mid-north coast. Yeah, that's right. Yep. See, I told you I'd say that. So yeah, so if you're interested in hopping on a plane, coming down and seeing us and enjoying a class with Helen and the rest of us, I think it's a pretty good deal. So it's a 3-day class. There's one that goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so you can go on that one. Or there's also a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've given her the Thursday off so she can have a rest. So you can stay in Ballarat if you wanted to and just drive backwards and forwards. But you'd have to have a rental car if you've caught a plane, because we're half an hour from Ballarat. So, but the area here is beautiful. I mean, just Australian bush. I was out there the other day and I'm admiring the little chocolate lilies that are out there, the Australian native wildflowers. Beautiful. And they're in my driveway. Wildflowers. Fabulous. I didn't get a photo. Oops, the days went overboard. I didn't get a photo, but I should have. Autocorrect and word suggestions been acting. It has actually. I've had it acting up on mine too. It's been ridiculous. Some of the things they're saying, it just doesn't even make sense. It's like, seriously? Or it could be really offensive. I have to double, triple check everything all the time just in case. And even then I miss them. I've had to, most people have a bit of a giggle at me because they'll turn around and I'll say stupid phone, you know. But yeah, the phone's been shocking lately. Since the new update. So I would love to catch up with some of you guys, and what a better reason. We can sit here, we can paint all weekend, we have a laugh, you can be, you know, yourself. We'll go out for dinner one of the nights to the locals, have some tea, or you can just eat in if you don't want to. It'll be good. I think it'll be lovely. All right, so that's that colour done. I do have a boo-boo. I've taken mine off. Yeah. Hi, Louise. I had that the other night, Redo. How's the sick? Oh, feeding on her mum. All good. I think. I can't catch it, so I'm presuming she's pretty healthy. Yeah, that preemptive texting is some of the suggestions. Man, oh man. All right, let me just get something. So you can see I went over here. So I'm just going to get my black texture and just really colour that in. So you can't see it now. Hey, isn't that awesome? Alrighty, next colour. I be thinking, hi Jody. Oh, Maureen, it's actually really quite relaxing. It's one of those things. It's a good idea, Michelle, to take it off the phone. It's one of those things, Jody, that you look at and you go, oh, you know, there's no way I could do it. But once you start doing it, it's really, really relaxing. This is the Aqua, and isn't it divine? Nice. Oh, it's a pearlescent Aqua. And I'm in love already. Just loving it. Look at it. Shiny, shiny. So, yeah. So if I get this one finished tonight or today, then I can actually take it with me this weekend and put the binding on it. But I also decided that I'm going to sell it. So I'm thinking that I will sell it for, I think I've got something crawling on my back. Oh, there is too. There's a bug. Hang on, I've just got to get the bug off me. Lucky he didn't go down my pants. Okay, so I was thinking of selling this panel, all painted, everything else all the hours I've spent on it. You guys have sat here and watched me do the hours bit by bit. It'll be bound unless, actually, it won't have a backing on it, so it won't be, it'll be trimmed. It'll be trimmed, it won't need the backing. It'll just be trimmed to make it neat on the edges. But I think I will sell it for $125. So if anyone would like that, they can comment sold. But you don't get a say in how I finish it. Artist's choice. So if you are interested in this and you'd like it to have at your home, it won't be washed or anything. It will be heat set, and then you can wash, because I won't have the time to do it. But also yeah, I don't want to wash someone else's thing, so you can I'll leave the instructions in the pack, because I've still got the instructions on how to wash it, and that can go with it. And yeah, you can either put it in a quilt yourself or have it for a center of a quilt, and whatever you like, because it's already done. It's already stitched out, obviously, and painted. So $125, I reckon. I reckon that's a fair deal. What do you reckon? Yep. Off topic, Michelle, but I noticed you trimmed your free motion thread design. Do you have any problems with the thread coming out on the edges where it's cut? I have, if I see this, the one I've just done is really trimmed, like I've just trimmed it, and I really trimmed it. But because there's so many little knots, no. And normally when you put binding on, you come in that 1/4 inch. Well, anything like that, I will come in a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. If you're like concerned about it, you could overlock it, or you could zigzag on the edge. I haven't personally had that happen, to my knowledge. But look, I wouldn't say it would be something that couldn't happen. I would hate to say no, it would never happen when it possibly could. So it just depends on, I suppose, how big your stitches are, yada yada yada. So if you're concerned about it, you could well and truly run around with an overlocker, all right, and obviously that will cut it off at the same time. So you could draw your line for your overlocker, so you know where you're going to stitch and cut, and then go that way, do it that way, and then you can do your binding or whatever. Looks all right so far, doesn't it? almost around these. Just trying to make sure none of the wet paint touches itself or anything else. All right, little dots really add something to it. Yeah, I have sand bits all cut out. Oh, Santa's bits all cut out like a good girl. Nice. Very nice. So, actually I won't get rid of that yet. Got the gold. Maybe thinking I'm going to use, now this is the fattest one I've got right here right now, and I'm going to put that there, just a bit of wiggle, there we go. And again, you're doing one, you're doing the others. Poor Santa. All his bits are cut out. Yeah, I know. Alrighty, that's those. And next size, a bit smaller than that one. Just put the lid on this. I don't want it drying out on me. Is the gold. Little bubbles in it, so I've got to come across and pop them, otherwise I'll sort of pop at one point and it'll leave a hole. So what I've done over here, I'm doing on the other side. I just haven't turned it yet. Don't need to at this point. And I'm going to come back with, you could use a pin if you wanted to. I'm just going to come back in and just with the edge of the brush, just tap those little bubbles and let it, little bubbles go away. Sometimes you got to do it and sometimes you get away without having to do it. Okay. All right. Let's got some in there. There we go. Alrighty. Next one. Oops, wrong tub. That could have been disastrous. Little blob of paint everywhere. Alrighty. Two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, that's paint. Oxidase. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Wait, bit of hair in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4. 6. Okay. Okay. Everyone is so quiet. I know. Everyone's concentrating or falling asleep. One or the other. Not quite figured it out. I might have to top that one up. I'm going to use the Jacquard again anyway. Just touch that in here. Put the paper on before it was dry. Silly woman, aren't I? always, yeah, sorry, Stella. Being harassed, you don't hear your reply to Maureen about the paints. I was being harassed. You didn't hear your reply to Maureen about the paints. Oh, Stella, yes, you were concentrating with Michelle. Maureen, where did Maureen ask you? Oh, how do you purchase the paint? Sorry, each one individually, or do they come in a set? Sorry, Maureen, I seriously didn't see that. My apologies. Yeah, so I have them in sets and individual. You just sort of make your choice as to whether you want, or they're $10 a pot, basically $9.95, and they're quite good sized pots. So that's them there. Or you can buy in packs, smaller ones, and the smaller ones are 45 a pack. But you get like a sample size of each. You know, like eight colours or something like that, or 9 colours or something like that. So it's sort of up to you how you want to purchase them. So my apologies, I sort of zoned out then, as you do. So I'm just trying to get that little blob on there. I'm just going to actually dip in the paint pot because I want them a little bit bigger. So I need a bit more paint. I'll get those little bubbles out in a minute. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways you can purchase them. The Exciter packs are the small packs, and they're a good way if you're not too sure whether you're going to enjoy it, but you just want to give it a go. You know, you don't want to lay out like hundreds of dollars or something like that, or you know, you're not sure you're going to enjoy it, or that you can, you know, you feel comfortable doing it. But they're a brilliant product, really good product. That's a bit dusty. Okay, so you just got yours. Awesome. Woot woot. Glad they got their nice, good, timely fashion. Like that. All right, so yeah, so that's sort of how they work. Actually, I might just swap this over. Done enough aqua. I'm going to get pearlescent white. So this is the white. You can get a pearlescent white. It's quite pretty. And maybe thinking that I will put some white here. Oh, booger, don't do that. Could you paint the pattern first, then sew the stitches? Absolutely. No reason why not. I don't see why not. All personal preference. I just knew it would keep me honest if I had the stitches done. Then it would, oops, nearly went there. Then it would make me go in the lines and not try and cheat. Just keep me honest. I've got a hair. Alright, I've got some purple ones in here that I did the other day that need little white dots in them. And it's funny because you start doing this and you think, oh, I'll just do this, and then I'll just do this, and the next thing you're doing 6,000 things more than you wanted to when you first started. It's funny how it works. Because your mind changes and you know, what you want it to look like changes. I had no intention of doing all these little dots everywhere, and now look at me. I'm doing dots everywhere. I do like them though. Very effective. Making sure, whoops, touched a gold one. Get in there and fix that little booger. Alright, so once I've done those, I'm going to do a couple of little accenty things in the little swirls, just to make sure, oh, they just look right in the pink. Just come across here, nearly finished them. And don't touch the other wet paint, Michelle. Make mental note to self, do not touch wet paint. Come on. Okay, alright, now let's get some white on the paintbrush, on the actually I might do it with the brush itself. Well, it's a mandala, of course. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's try with the brush. See if we can do it. I might stuff it. I reckon I'll stuff it. I might stuff it. I could stuff it. If I stuff it, oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm going to do an accent here. And you probably won't see that. It's very light. That's alright. It looks like it's meant to be there. And one on there. Well, I haven't stuffed it. That's a good sign. And one on there. Nice. All right. Thanks. So I reckon, yeah, I think that, you know, if I'm selling it, I might as well. I think 125 is pretty reasonable, considering we know how many hours I put in. I think it's pretty good. So I'd be happy with it. I'd pay 125 for that. Bloody awesome. But I hope that's not rain. Oh, it looks like it is. Give me 2 seconds. If you don't have a go, then you'll never know. That's right. Sorry about that. The door of my car was wide open. Alrighty. And I ran off and left the glasses over there. Alrighty. Now, I'm thinking border. And I'm thinking either maybe the gold. I think it needs a gold frame. Alrighty, let's do this. Now, so again, I'm using a it's got like a bit of a wedge on it. Probably should use a straight one, but this one will do just as good a job. And finished off nicely. Oops, a bit of paint there. Alrighty. Yeah, no, it's got it's a what do they call it, a patrol, so it's got a second battery, so yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, no. Looks like I'll be taking this with me to finish. So I'll leave it here overnight to dry. So I need to take something with me tomorrow. For tonight, sorry, because I've got the free motion sample with me. So I will bind that, but that's not going to take too long. And I think I might take one of my patterns I've been wanting to do, which I know there's a couple, but one comes to mind is Candy's Garden, and actually start putting that out and getting that sorted. Hey, that's a big great idea. Yes, Michelle, it would be. Awesome idea. Yeah, I think the gold's the way to go. That looks nice. Slowly, slowly. Oh heck, she's talking to herself. Thank you, Heather. Madness is sleeping and go and have a sleep, woman. Yeah, I will. I'll have a sleep well tonight, I can tell you now. Like a log. You know what'll happen? I'll get there, I'll have a meal, and I'll crash and burn. Everyone will like, oh, where's Michelle gone? She's gone to bed. Good God, what's the point of coming? So if you haven't already done so, just came to my mind then, go to YouTube and type in Michelle's Patchwork and follow or subscribe, subscribe to my account, because it all pays in the end for me and for you. So you'll always get upcoming notifications, and I'll get more screen time, I suppose, I don't know what you call it, and that means that that I'll get shown more often. Like it'll come up in suggested files and things like that, videos and stuff like that. So, which would be lovely. Yeah, so if you could do that, that would be super awesome. Alright, so I went over the line just a little. I'm going to fix that one too. Little booger. So how many of you now use the terminology little booger? Because that would be really funny. We heard a lot of candy yesterday, but how's Tui doing? Tui is a tart. She's an absolute traitor. Like, Becky has completely owned her. Like, she's disowned me. She's like, yeah, whatever. If Becky's not here, I might come to you. I'm like, oh. And if, you know, Dad's here, I might go to him first. And I'm just the one that feeds him. But she's hilarious. She's very funny. And she runs around. Did you see the video of her with that bone? That was absolutely priceless. I should put that on TikTok. Have go stormy weather. Yeah. But no, but I use Anywho. I do use Anywho. I do that all the time. Oh, Sue, you do. You use it too, did you? Oh, you've always used it. Little booger. Sue Milburn. You know, something gives you the irrits. You're like, oh, you little booger. Like that. Getting hair in. Get out of there, little booger. Yes, I use that quite regularly. Surprised I didn't use it when I was over in the States doing the show for the quilt show. They would have laughed and said, what in the heck is that? What is that? What did she say? Queer Aussies in there. Yeah, weirdo sayings, colloquial sayings. I've got a heap of them. I do it all the time. I'm such... I freak the young kids out because they've got no idea. And a lot of the older people go, oh, I haven't heard that for ages. But I use them all the time. Just brought up with them, I guess. So I'm hoping that you guys, I must have missed that video. Yeah, sure, Maureen, no worries. And myself, distractions instead of instructions. Oh, that is so funny. Found myself saying distractions, Stella. That is, yeah, all of the above. Yep. Little bugger, little booger. I say little booger. I must have missed that video. Oh, it was hilarious, Louis. Oh my God. The size of the bone was bigger than her. And it's on, I'll see if I can find it again, and it was only recently. I'll reshare it. I'll put it on the business page. You might have missed it because it was on my personal one. So I'll put it on there because it was absolutely hilarious. I was saying to her, what are you doing? You can't take that. It's huge. And she's just putting her foot on it and stopping me from picking it up. Cheeky as anything. She's the cutest button. And when she gets the sulks up, which is quite regularly, but when she gets the sulks up, she comes in for a snuggle and buries her head in your shoulder between your head, like your neck and your chin. Yep. Very cute. Was that the day she got the postman? No. No. No, she didn't get the postman. Oh, yes, it was. It was the day she got the postman. Yes, it was a very big bone leg. Now I've got what you're saying. I forgot you wrote that in there. Yes, it was the day she got the postman. Yes, that might be why the mail's taken so long. And besides the fact that I left it in the car that time. But yeah, that was the postman one, yeah. And the bone was massive. And she's just toddled off with this great big bone, like massive sheep bone leg. It's like, yeah, hilarious. And she's determined she's taken that bone. She's very cute. I wouldn't trade her for all the tea in China. She's beautiful. And just to think how young she was. Oh, you don't? Yeah, no, I don't win. There is no argument. It's a Jack Russell. Just say yes, dear. Like, yeah, she was so funny. She was so tiny. Do you remember? She was 4 weeks old when I got her. She was tiny. Very tiny. Alrighty, there we go. I'll find the video and I'll post it up on what's the name. So there you go. So we've all done now. Now there was a couple of little spots and I've got to remember where that. Well, there's one there, a little shiny one. Oh, look, it's gone. And I did touch a bit of. There it is. There it is. And I'll just text that in. Look, zip gone. And there was another one here. And it just stops those tiny little indiscretions. Nothing better than a permanent marker. There we go. Oh. Oh, I just got Maureen's message. Oh. She's lovely. Okay, I miss my little, yeah, they are. She was a little dot. She was so tiny, Sue. She was the tiniest thing. Alrighty, guess what? It's finished by 5 o'clock. I did it. Yay. Thanks for helping me, guys. I don't think I need to add any more in. I think, I just saw another, and what'll happen is I'll start seeing things and I'll be touching here and touching there, and so I need to walk away because otherwise I'll be at it, and I don't need to. I'm just being fussy. So yeah, so she's done. I'll give it a trim and have a great weekend. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. I am back. Thank Thank you, Robin. Yes, it does. I'll take a better photo of it for you. And what was I going to say? No, that's it. I can't remember. Let it dry and have another look. I'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. We are doing some more painting, but it won't be this one. So what are we going to do? You'll have to rock up and find out. Okay. See you guys. Bye.